Okay, let's continue with page 91. Taking a look at number 48. We're given this problem where we are told gold has a density of 19.3 and they want us to find the density in kilograms per cubic meters. So they just want us to convert from one units to another. So I write down what I know, 19.3 grams per 1 cubic centimeter. Okay, so notice how I wrote it a little differently. 19.3 grams for every 1 cubic centimeter can be written both ways. This is going to be multiplied by a conversion factor, and I'm going to keep it simple with one conversion factor, and that's going to give me an answer that is in kilograms, kg, per cubic meter. Now in order to do this, I need to know some relationships. Actually, I don't think I can do this in one step. So I'm going to erase all of that and add another line. Times something else is going to give me 2 steps, because I have to change grams to kilograms and cubic centimeters to meters, so it's going to take 2 equivalences for me to do that. So my first one, I'm going to change grams. I'm going to put grams down here, and that'll cancel, and I'm going to convert it to kilograms. So you can see grams is gone, replaced by kilograms. Second step, I want to get rid of cubic centimeters. Cubic centimeters is the denominator, so I'm going to need to put cubic centimeters in the numerator and replace it with cubic meters. So now I have to find my equivalences. It turns out, I looked these up on the internet very easily. 1,000 grams equals 1 kilogram, or you can use King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk to figure that one out. So 1 times 10 to the 3rd grams is 1 kilogram, or 1,000. And then for cubic meters, there is 1 cubic meter equal to 1 times 10 to the 6th, or 1 million cubic centimeters. So 1 times 10 to the 6th, 1 times 10 to the 6th, and the top. So you can see what I just did is I started writing numbers without looking at the units. Biggest problem that students make, and that all humans make, is we just start writing things down without looking and analyzing first. So put those units in, then make sure your numbers match. It's easy to catch your mistakes like I just did by having the units in place and looking at your equivalents. The more things you write down, the better off you're going to be. Alright, so now I can see grams is going to cancel these grams. These cubic centimeters are going to cancel those cubic centimeters. So 19.3 times 1 times 1 times 10 to the 6th. I'm going to do all of those in a string, and I'm going to put my answer up at the top. 19.3 times 1 times 10 to the 6th power. This is going to be 1.93 times 10 to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th power. And then on the bottom I've got 1 times 10 to the 3rd times 1. So this is simply 1 times 10 to the 3rd power. So I'm going to take that now and simplify it. 1.93 times 10 to the 7th, and I'm going to divide it by 1 times 10 to the 3rd, or 1,000, to get my answer of 1.93 times 10 to the 4th, and that is kilograms per cubic meter. Alright, that's number 48. Try 49 on your own before you watch this video if you haven't done so already. Alright, for 49, there are 7 times 10, 7.0 times 10 to the 6 red blood cells, RBCs. That's what I've been given, and that is what you find for every 1 cubic millimeter of blood. So this is what I'm given, and they're asking me to convert that into how many red blood cells in 1 liter of blood. So I need RBCs red blood cells per 1 liter. Okay? Alright, so let's see how I'm going to do this. I'm going to have to leave RBCs alone because I have that over there. Change these cubic millimeters to liters. So I'm going to put cubic millimeters in the top and liters on the bottom, so these two will cancel and I'll be left with liters. Alright, so to simplify this, I need to know this relationship. I'll look that one up on the internet. Cubic millimeters, 1 times 10 to the 6 cubic meters for every 1 liter. And you can easily write that out. 1 times 10 to the 6 cubic millimeters equals 1 liter. And then you make sure that the right numbers go with the right units. So now I just have a simple multiplication problem here. 7 times 10 to the 6 times 1 times 10 to the 6. Those cubic millimeters cancel, and I've got liters in the bottom. And it's already simplified because it's going to be 1 liter. I'll write that over here. Grab my calculator, start punching this in. 7 times 10 to the 6 times 1 times 10 to the 6 equals 7 times 10 to the 12 red blood cells per 1 liter, or for every 1 liter there are 7 times 10 to the 12 red blood cells. Alright, next question is number 54. If you're having trouble punching those scientific notation numbers into your calculator, make sure to stop in and see me to talk about that. Alright, 54, similar to page 89's problems. What is the mass in kilograms of 14 liters of gasoline? You're given 14 liters of gasoline, and you're asked to change that into grams of gasoline. Should be pretty easy if we know what's the relationship between grams and liters. It tells us there that the relationship is right here. 0.680 grams per cubic centimeter. Okay, so I want to get started here and change my answer from liters to grams, but the relationship they gave me is grams and cubic centimeters, and I have liters. So the first thing I'm going to want to do is change those liters into let's see, cubic centimeters. So I get liters to cancel and replace that by cubic centimeters. Alright, what's the relationship here? I can look this one up online. There are 100 cubic centimeters, 1,000 cubic centimeters for every 1 liter. So I put 1,000 up there, 1 liter down here. So this is, I'm going to separate this and first get my answer in cubic centimeters. 14 times 1,000, 14,000 cubic centimeters. Now that I have 14,000 cubic centimeters, my next step is to change cubic centimeters into grams. So I'm going to put that over here, 14,000 cubic centimeters, and I'm going to multiply that by something to give me grams. So I need cubic centimeters down here in the bottom, and I need grams on the top. Okay, so in this step I'm going to use the number 0.680 grams, 0.680 grams for every 1 cubic centimeter, and that relationship is going to allow me to take 14,000 times 0.680. 14,000 times 0.680, 9.52 times 10 to the 3rd power. Oh, class is starting, so I'm going to have to stop there. You guys are on your own for number 55.